Welcome back to Just Scale Models. Today we're taking a look at something from Testors Italeri under the RPM company logo. This is the Stingbat Lhx stealth helicopter in 1/48 scale. So whether or not this actually went to production or not, we don't know. Publicly, but you can see here this was the prototype format of a tri-rotor, tailless rotor design. Here we can see a couple of paint bottles for reference, 1/48 scale, and a weapons carrier there. Photograph not to scale, actual length dimensions there. You're going to need paint, cement, and hobby accessories that are not included. Taking a look at the side panel information, take a look at that there, as well as here, a side photograph. Paints you may want to use as well. Barcode. And again, this side here. If you look on the back of the box, we have more information, as well as more photographs of the possible finished model as well. Let's go ahead and open this. Let's see what we have inside here. We have a tray, and don't have all the decals there, but looking at the instructions here, you can see another black and white version of the photograph there, a little bit on the history of the model, some specifications supposedly. This is actually in booklet format, not a fold-out format. You can see here some of the parts trees, and then the assembly style of instructions. Quite a bit of text, actually. I was kind of surprised, as well as your normal diagrams and parts numbers and lettering. And eventually we'll get to the paint formats, depending on which version you want to paint up, if you had multiple versions of the model, and a little bit of more information there. So again, do not have a complete decal set, because some of them were actually applied to this model, as you can see there. Not my best work. You can see some glazing obviously there. This has to be gone over with another smoothing coat. This is just the body version of the model, and you can see here I left some key panels open as well. But what's interesting is that you will see some certain weapons platforms there as well. This was assembled literally a year after the model came out, and has suffered quite a bit of storage damage since then. I can already see problems with the tri-rotor, as you see right here, as well as the tri-gun assembly has some severe damage, which normally be mounted in a shielded gun pod under the fuselage there. And store those pieces off to the side. I can already see multiple other pieces here. There's one of the cover plates. This appears to be some other mechanism here as well. I'm not going to speculate right now. You can see here just from the aging of the clear parts tree. I don't know if you can see how yellow that is. That is a very sure sign of aging right there, just from the tree that I sprue that I maintained there. Never installed the Hellfires. Still more mounting points there, never used. You can see here I never mounted the skids as well. And you can see there another set of covering plates right there, another hard points as well that I never mounted, as you can see there on those open points, because I hit a roadblock and also a time frame roadblock as well, where I kind of gave up. But you can see here the high points of the tailless rotor design. And if you ignore the missing rotor, you can see how this kind of appears that way. And I'm assuming it'll rotate in this fashion to cut through the air efficiently. So this model does need some TLC for restoration and possible upgrading to what might be a more realistic model. But I'm going to bag those pieces in them after this video. It gives you an idea of what was the Stingbat Lhx was all about. 1/48 scale self in helicopter from Testors Italeri under the RPM company umbrella. This has been an unboxing video. Feel free to check out all the unboxing videos on the channel. We also do show and tell videos as well as a selection of book review media reviews. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.